and her late husband. She will tell us about their involvement in this walkway.
My husband and I moved from Whangarei in 1979 to live in Onerahi. We used to walk our dog Mitzi every morning along the beach. After we had been doing this for about 6 years, a friend, Des Prince, told us about the walk called the old railway track. We decided to investigate this. It was a bit rough and covered in gorse. My husband Jim said one morning, "You know, I would like to see this track planted in trees. It would make an ideal place for people to walk their dogs." He went to see Joyce Ryan, who was at that time the mayor, and put an idea to her. See if the council would spray the gorse and give us some trees. We would plant them and care for them. The council agreed to this. The first year they gave us 150 trees for Hutakawa, gum and banksias. With the help of family and friends, the trees were duly planted. Each year the council provided us with more trees to plant, including English oaks, plane trees, bottle brushes, and we also got some cuttings of flame trees, until we finally had planted on both sides as far as the second bridge. In the year 1991, our granddaughter Kathleen McGonigal decided to ask the council if they would consider calling the track Boswell's Track, to which they agreed. When the trees are in flower, the birds come around and get the nectar from them. Tuis, and it is lovely to see them and hear their melodious song. Rosellas, finches, waxeyes and others. During the planting we had to contend with a lot of vandalism. One morning Mr. and Mrs. Des and June Prince and I, Mr. Boswell didn't come as he had a stress fracture in his leg, found 17 new trees we had planted had been pulled out and thrown into the creek. We rescued them and replanted them. 2 days later the same thing had happened, so we again replanted them, feeling very angry. Most of them grew. Often there were trees stripped and broken. The biggest blow I had was one morning after my husband had died. I found a beautiful little kauri tree, one which had been his pride and joy, broken off down to the ground. I felt so sad and wondered why someone would do a thing like that. Now the trees are grown, there doesn't seem to be so much destruction. My husband used to visualise the track as an avenue of trees, and thankfully he lived long enough to see it like that. He loved trees so much, and like the first line in the song, "A Tree," I think that I shall never see a poem as lovely as a tree. May the track be there for years untold to give people and their dogs a pleasant place to walk away from the mad traffic. When our dog Mitzi died, we got a poor little abandoned one and we called her Tasha. She loves the track as much as we do.
That's lovely. No, I enjoyed that. That was really good.
Beryl Boswell kindly loaned to me a copy of a project done by her granddaughter about the Boswell track and its beginning. It's a most interesting article, and it's got lots of photographs in that I've been able to copy. Beryl also said to me that after her husband Jim died, they sprinkled his ashes along the track, which is a lovely memory for the family to keep.